Hello, guys. It's Abigail 96, and welcome to another talk on Tuesdays with Ross. And this is my fourth episode. And today I'm going to be talking to you about a lot of things. Number one, haircut, especially my haircut. Bloody hell, it's been a while since I've had a haircut. It was about 5 weeks, no haircut at all. So anyway, guys, how in the hell are you? How in the hell are my fans? How are the 9 subscribers? Which I do also thank again for all the subscribers, etc. Right, let's talk on Tuesdays with me. Right, here we go. It's been a very busy week, and of course, my workout routine is completely different now. And to be honest, I can already see a difference. I don't know about you guys, but I feel way bigger at the front. I don't know about you, but what do you think? Anyways, no, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but that's how I feel. And I've literally just been to the gym now, and then worked on back today, worked on upper and shoulders, a bit of lats, and a bit of lower back too with the deadlifts. So yeah, including glutes, hamstrings, the core, which there's also work on, and the traps indeed. But it was mainly on the back because I did other workouts too. But anyway, apart from doing all that, wrestling so far again, I also did a few bumps in the gym too with a mat, which is a normal mat, trying to toughen my back. Also been doing chops to my chest, just try to toughen me up a bit more. The training, I mean, I've only done 2 lessons, and it's already changed me so much in training wise. It's made me feel more confident, made me feel way more intense, and a bit more rough, as in wrestling wise, not physically wise, if that makes sense. Like, going at people and being cocky and trying to beat you up or anything. I'm still the nice guy that most people know. I just the like I really want to be in the ring right now. I really I really want to be in that ring, taking bumps, and I might be taking I might be taking a couple more lessons during the week. So about 6 to 8 o'clock. Doing private lessons with a friend of mine, George, like I mentioned in my last episode of that talk on Tuesdays with Ross. I think it was on free. By the way, before speaking of last week, I want to apologize for doing it on the Wednesday again. I can't really remember why I did it on a Wednesday. I think I just got tired on the Tuesday and just said, all right, I'll do it on Wednesday instead. But still called it talk on Tuesdays, even though it's on a Wednesday. But apart from all that, by the way, before I continue, Conor Bryan, if that's how you say your name, I want to say thanks for being supportive with the Let's Talk series. It's been really good, and you've been very nice to me during the time. So that's all really good. Thank you. Wrestling training, it's it's been, oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's I've been learning how to take a clothesline and how to do a clothesline, and trust me, guys, to try and sell a clothesline into a proper bump, it's actually quite intimidating, yeah, because I mean, there's a skinny bloke. He's called Noah, nice lad, and I've actually been talking to him quite a bit, and he took the clotheslines like a bitch. Like, he really sold them really well. He did very well, and I didn't, because I was like, oh shit, I mean, I wasn't used to it because I haven't been in the ring as much as Noah, even though we've had the same amount of lessons. If I makes no, hang on, no, he hasn't. I've had 2. He's had 3, but it was he's done very well, and I mean, I did some really really good bumps afterwards after I got used to taking the bump properly, and then I took a couple of clotheslines. Basically, we were doing the comeback stuff. So I get up from the floor. They missed the clothesline. I'll go for the ropes. I hit a clothesline, go to the ropes again, take another clothesline, go to the ropes again, miss the clothesline. He ducks, and then my opponent will hit me with 2 clotheslines and do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? That's how the comeback goes. And also side headlock takedowns. And the coach, Jem, I think his name is, big guy, right? He's like, the big guy. You know what I mean? Like, the huge lad. He would just throw you over into a headlock, into a side headlock takedown, and I didn't land properly because when you land, your arm is meant, because like you hold on, you wrap around them, like if you're doing a headlock, if you're doing a headlock, you're meant to like wrap around them, but you're wrapping around with one arm, the arm that you're going over with. It's like a side roll that you would usually see in a wrestling match. You know, like a side roll. So I'm in a side roll like this, and then your arm is wrapped around their waist, and then you swing and land on your back with that same arm that you had on his waist on the floor like this. So basically, he doesn't crush you, and that's what I did first time. I didn't do that first time. He landed on my this area, on the ribs. I didn't breathe out when I landed, and it really fucking hurt. And then and he went, "All right, come on up." And I was like, "Shit," like that. You know what I mean? Like it actually really hurt. And he said, and this is what happens when you try to rough you up. He's been doing it for over 20 years, so I've got a lot of respect for him. And so he's like, "Okay, try it again." I failed. He said, "All right, get up, choppy choppy, knife inch chops." If any of you have me on Facebook, you would probably have seen it, but I'll show you anyway. I've took a picture of it, and by fucking god, my chest was red. Hang on, like because at the very end of the session, at the very end of the class, we all took knife and chops. In the first one, it was good. Like it didn't hurt. It stung a little, and I was like, okay, let's go. And then I did the move and like, yeah, let's do it. And then I kept doing it, and I got it right. And this is what I had at the very end of the session. Can you see it? Hang on. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get it for you guys. Like, damn it. Well, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Look, that's my chest. It's all red. That's from the chops. That's from the chops I took from the coach. He's a big, big, tough son of a bitch. And sorry guys, I'm just replying to my girlfriend's text. Yeah, so like during the training, we did a lot of I did a lot of bumps. My head actually quite hurts now. Like if I do this, like if I nod, like here, it kills. Like it hurts a bit. It only aches if it's like a snap sort of feeling. So yeah, I just gotta be a bit careful with my head. And then yeah, I'm all good. By the way, guys, Fastlane is definitely confirmed. Fastlane is definitely on this Sunday, and I will be doing the live reactions and the live stream. Of course, I will definitely, use the sports button as always. Put it down in the comment section below to take you to the stream itself, and I'll put multiple streams down for you. So, like, in case like any of the other ones I list out don't work, if that makes sense. So, excuse me. Um, the rest in training, it was fun, really good fun. 4 hours training of, just for a tenner, just for a tenner, just to do 4 hours, and that's really, really good. And then, I'm really looking forward to going again. I really want to take a few bumps in the ring. I'm looking forward to it. So, to be honest with you guys, that's all I can say in the moment. Like, like I said to you, I took a lot of bumps, like especially back bumps. Oh Jesus, it takes it out of you. I didn't feel any pain in the morning. Didn't feel any pain. I'm all good. I mean, like and speaking of like training and stuff, my training in the gym, like I said this before, it has changed completely. It is way better than it was before. It's way more intense. You do more sets, do more supersets, etc., and it really does work. And to me, I feel like I've done a hell of a lot better than I have done in the past. And then it's really improving to me. So I'm doing fantastic in the moment. If any of you are wondering about my training, it's very good so far. And I mean, what do you do, guys? Do any of my subscribers train? Do you bodybuild? Do you train as a runner, skier, hockey player, rugby, football, whatever? If you want to talk to me about it, and put it down in the comment section down below. Right, heading on to Fastlane. I'm going to talk to you about the build and the actions of Triple H to Ric Flair, and also the big brawl between Bryan and Reigns at the end of Raw. Excuse me. The Flair thing with Triple H was pretty cool. I don't know why Flair was on Raw. I didn't really see the point of him being on Raw, but it was cool seeing him, the Nature Boy himself, the one of the greatest of all time, one of the greatest technician wrestlers of all time. And then it's very cool to see him. Um, you're doing this Sting stuff with Triple H, saying like basically saying like Triple H is saying, Ric Flair, you know when you see me angry and it's not a nice sight and all that sort of shit. And then Ric Flair's like, all right, I'll leave you, but don't come crying to me when you're laying on your ass like you did last week, something like that. And then he pushed Flair to the floor. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So Triple H is getting like he's gonna get a bit of heat for that from the fans, and the fact that he pushed down the Hall of Famer like Ric Flair. So yeah, it's been pretty good so far with the Sting thing with Triple H. They will be meeting face to face this Sunday. Sting and Triple H will be very cool. Ever since that Monday Night Raw before Royal Rumble, when Seth Rollins was facing John Cena, and then Lesnar came out, attacked Big Show and Kane and Seth Rollins too. John Cena won that match. You get the picture. You know what happened, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing them face to face, Sting and Triple H. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I have no idea. They're probably going to do an announcement for the match itself for Mania, which is going to be awesome because that is probably what is going to happen. Um, I'm very happy that Danny Bryan and Reigns are the brawl at the very end of the match. That the fact that this match, like, this is a sort of match that the fact that they respect each other but they don't like each other. It's the same thing with Rock and Cena when they did their thing, their little clash thing with the thing of they don't like each other but they respect each other, that sort of thing. So to me, Reigns is getting better. The way I see it, he sold quite well with the Bryan brawl thing. I don't know about you guys, but I think he did. He did a pretty good job. And to be honest, I don't really see any problems with Reigns at the moment. And I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure the outcome of this match is going to be. It's highly it's high. It's a high possibility that it is going to be Roman Reigns. But what if Daniel Bryan wins? What happens if Daniel Bryan does pick up the victory against Reigns? What happens? We don't know. It's obviously good. It's obviously going to be Bryan versus Reigns. No, Bryan versus Lesnar. If that happens, of course. Um, if Daniel Bryan can beat Reigns, but this will be a huge. This will be a huge thing. As in, like, it will be a huge disappointment if they do, because it's just gonna be complete like BS all over the place. Because at first we're like, okay, we don't want Reigns to win the Rumble, and then we understand that Reigns wins the Rumble because it's a good thing for a guy like Reigns since he's the new guy and he's the new big star. They give him that spot and then it gets taken away from him. And the people that don't like Daniel Bryan, he's gonna get the boos. So they're probably going to do a triple threat match. That's the way I see it, and that's what a lot of people kind of want. But out of all them people, I disagree. I want to see a fatal four way. I want to see Randy Orton in the match. Ever since WrestleMania, he hasn't had his title rematch. It's possible that he could have a match. Like, I mean, many rumors are saying that he's going to go against Rollins, but I'd rather see Bryan versus Rollins, because Ziggler versus Bryan doesn't make any sense. Like, Daniel Bryan is just like randomly out of the picture. You know what I mean? Because that's just like a suddenly moment, a random booking decision. Because Dolph Ziggler is no way near as an enemy to Daniel Bryan. I mean, I can understand why they would do that, because it would be a WrestleMania dream match. Because I don't know if you know this, guys, but about 5 years ago, bragging rights 2010, probably one of the most underrated matches I've ever seen. Oh shit, is Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler. And this is when they were both champions. Daniel Bryan was the United States champion, and Ziggler was the Intercontinental, and it was Vicky Guerrero with Dolph Ziggler, and Daniel Bryan picked up the victory. Now that is a WrestleMania sort of dream match. That is a very underrated match. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. There's probably just highlights of the match, but if there is a full match, watch it because it's brilliant. It's a really good match. It's very technical, very back and forth. Very underrated. Like I said. But anyway, I don't see the point of putting these two in a WrestleMania match. Bryan, the only person I can think of is Rollins when it comes to Bryan. If Bryan doesn't win against Reigns, which probably will happen, then he'll probably head on like, all right, Reigns is the better man. He's gonna go off against Lesnar. So and then probably Rollins will attack Danny Bryan because Danny Bryan did get attacked by Rollins on SmackDown, not this past week, about close to 2-3 weeks ago. That that Rollins has been attacking people on SmackDown, and I think Danny Bryan was the first victim. So if Danny Bryan can be like, "Oh yeah, you attacked me on SmackDown, and this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make you tap out to the yes lock, or anything like that." And then Rollins can be Rollins. Um, put Rollins in a good match, like he's the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. It doesn't matter what match he's going to be at Mania. Just make sure he puts on a really good performance against a good competitor. So, Danny Bryan versus Rollins. So, Bryan Danielson versus Tyler Black. Speaking of them two, watch their match on Ring of Honor. That's on YouTube too. Tyler Black versus Bryan Danielson at Ring of Honor. That's very good too. And that's very underrated as well. So go look that up as well. Anyway, I'd say Reigns is going to win this one between Danny Bryan and Reigns at Fastlane. Just generally because Roman Reigns needed the Rumble win, and he needs this Danny Bryan win because it's a bit of a dick move, to be honest, to the fans and also to both Danny Bryan and Reigns, because if Danny Bryan wins, then there's going to be a lot of hate on Danny Bryan. That's the way I see it to a lot of fans, because believe it or not, there are fans that don't like Danny Bryan. They think he's overrated. They think, oh, he's had his moment, let someone else take it, because that's what WWE is like nowadays. Because with social media, it's way harder for the company, because back in the day, they would pick any decision, and somebody would either hate it or love it. It doesn't matter. Nowadays, everything is fucking hated because it's a different era, and it's a lot of decision makings, and it's way harder. So the only way I can see it is for Reigns to win and to beat Lesnar. That is the only way I can see it. There's not a lot of interesting storyline going into this match. The only thing I like about it is that the fact that it's two guys at the top of their game going 1-on-1 to earn a championship match. So basically, this is going to be one of them moments when, when CM Punk faced Cena for the very last time on Raw, and they put up one hell of a match, and it was way better than the actual WrestleMania main event. That's the way I see it. I reckon Daniel Bryan and Reigns are going to put one hell of a match at Fastlane for the main event, and then there's freaking Lesnar and Reigns, which is probably not going to be that. It probably won't be that good. You never know. Fuck knows. It could be a 5-star match. You never know. But it's just that's what WWE's like nowadays. It's harder. It's harder for the fans, and it's harder for the company to decide what to do. And I can understand that. So, I mean, wrestling business is hard. It really is, especially nowadays. But anyway, moving on. Again, with the build-up with Rusev and John Cena, I'm not very interested with the storyline. There hasn't really been any decent storytelling. The only decent storytelling in this entire feud is when Lana was talking about Cena, and then Rusev attacks him. That is the only bit I've seen, and also when they're backstage at the Royal Rumble after the triple threat match between Lesnar, Rollins, and Cena. There's not a lot of interest at all. So I'm not really fussed who wins. As much as I really like Rusev as a badass heel, as a monster heel, he's gonna lose eventually. So Cena is the best guy to win this one because let's face it, who is going to be the guy to beat Rusev? And then there's the face of the company. There's you're facing the top guy of the business. So it's a high possibility that Rusev is going to lose this one. But if they face a Mania, if Rusev wins at Fastlane clean somehow, that's fantastic. And then he can go on to WrestleMania, and then John Cena picks up the win. You know, you never know. He might make him tap out because we haven't seen Cena make anyone tap out in a long, long time. So because obviously Rusev makes everyone tap, maybe it's his turn. Hit me make a taste of his own medicine, sort of thing. So yeah. Sorry guys, hang on, I've got another text. I'll continue talking. Um, the fast lane, John Cena and Rusev match. I'm not very interested, but I am definitely paying attention to the match, of course. No, I'm sorry, guys. No, I was saying, I was just saying the word like I'm doing a mixture of back and chest today at the gym, and I said, "Yeah, I just finished," and then she says, "Yeah, yeah." Mum says, "Marvelous." Yeah, because they both like my physique, so all the ladies love me. Not really, but anyway, back to the conversation. um, what else is there? Of course, shit. Hang on, let me think of the matches. Let me think of the matches. Hang on. Speaking of the matches, let me go on the website and actually look on. I mean, the Divas. I think it's better. Do I give a shit? No, I really do not care. It's. I mean, to be honest, unfortunately, no one really cares. Oh yes, of course, there is Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. Now, I'm quite looking forward to this one. The only bad thing about this is that there obviously hasn't been a lot of build. To be honest, guys, a lot of the matches have no great build at all. None of these matches have had great momentum. The only match, obviously, that's momentum the most, of course, is the main event. As much like it's not as exciting. It's not as exciting. The only big build to this is Sting accepts Triple H's challenge to Fastlane. I wouldn't say it's a match, but it's just it's a freaking what you call it to face each other at Mania probably. So hang on, let me go to the next page. Okay, so Paige versus Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella is probably going to win this one. As much as I want Paige to win it, but that won't happen. Yeah, John Cena. Yeah, already confessed about that. What was this? There's a tag team titles match which I think would be very good, but I really do hope that Cesaro and Tyson Kidd win this one because Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like the Usos. They're very good, very talented. But I mean, they've been tag team champions for a while now. They've been tag team champions, I think, twice, 3 times now. I can't remember, but they've had some fantastic runs, and I think something new needs to come around, and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are the perfect picture for that. So if I can see Tyson Kidd and Cesaro winning this one, I would really like that because both of them really deserve it. Because Tyson Kidd has been treated like shit, like treated like shit, and then there's Cesaro also being treated like shit. I mean, oh my god, on Raw on February 11th or something like that. I can't remember. Like early February, they were dressed up in freaking Adam Rose shit, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing with them? You know what I mean? So obviously, who I want to win is Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And the next bit, in the finally, is Paul Heyman appears on Miz TV. Now, obviously, what does this mean? It pretty much obviously means that this is, I think, yeah, this is the kickoff show. But anyway, this is the obviously a little message to Reigns, maybe, or Brian, saying like obviously there'll be a talk about that match, whilst Heyman is talking about how dominant Brock Lesnar's had for the past year, I guess. Like, I mean, it it's funny because it'll be nearly a year since the streak ended. That's weird, isn't it? I mean, I mean, I've said this a couple of times before, but I'll say it again. When the streak ended, I was in the toilet, like like I was generally taking a piss, yeah. So I was so bored of the match between Lesnar and Taker. It was very slow. It was very boring. Taker just hit the tombstone. Lesnar kicked out. Okay. So I went to Lou. I said, all right, I'll be right back. And then as it all went, all I heard after Professor Toilet, ding, 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 in the back of my ears. And I went, what the fuck was that? So went back to the room, and then Liam standing up, looking at me like this. Like, it was like looking at the telly like this. I went, what the fuck just happened? And then freaking Liam was like, the streak's ended. And I went, what? Ran to the fucking TV screen like this. What the fuck? Like that, you know what I mean? I was fucking angry. I was so angry and upset. It's quite funny to me because, like, my dad, but this is the time when I didn't drive at the time. My dad, when Cesaro won the Battle Royal, we really marked out because it was such an awesome moment. And then my dad came in and told us to shut the fuck up, pretty much. And then, and then in the morning, when like me and George were like, oh, like that, because we were tired, we were upset, and we were taking George home. And dad asked me, all right, how was the wrestling? And like I was being, I was just being the happy kid. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, it was great, yeah, it was great, and all that. And then we were both like, yeah, 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 we apologize for last night and everything. And he's like, oh no, don't worry, man. I mean, it's all that sort of shit. But then I explained to him what the Undertaker streak was, and he did not give two shits. But I mean, he's not a wrestling fan, so that's totally understandable. But it was still funny at the same time. But thinking of it now, it's like, wow, that was nearly a year ago. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, Fastlane, like, why? I don't know. Why did they get rid of Elimination Chamber? Don't know. Fuck knows. There might be a random Elimination Chamber match for no title, no number one contenders, just to make the match, just to make the pay-per-view more awesome, just to put an Elimination Chamber match on. That'd be fucking sick. And then the return of Eric Bischoff saying, I want an Elimination Chamber match right now. That'd be awesome. Or Paul Heyman coming in, also put barbed wire on the Elimination Chamber, because that would be awesome. You know what I mean? Because like that would be so cool. But anyway, guys, what else to talk about? Again, another text from my darling girlfriend. So sorry guys, I'm just texting my girlfriend. I'll be with you in a second. Um, this is asking her what does she have for dinner. If you guys want to know what I had for dinner, I had shepherd's pie with garden peas, because the peas are good for you. They're very good for you. The potato are very good for you. The mince, carrots, onions, good old pepper, etc. Hang on, I can't remember. Did mum put pepper? It looked like pepper, so I'm assuming it's pepper. my favorite meal. My favorite meal. It's got to be it is roast chicken. I like because it has no, it has all the good iron, all the good food, like everything about it's really cool. Like that's the sort of food I love to eat because it's very good for you and it makes me feel good after I've eaten it. You know what I mean? Because it's very good food. So yeah. And by the way, guys, like I said to you guys, like what do you think? Um, I will be putting on content up of me wrestling at some point, just to see, like, just to show proof about what I do. Just a bit of content, like from my phone, or I'll probably get a camera or something, just to put more footage on here for you. Some classic content of me practicing my wrestling skills. Be aware, guys, I'm not the best. Obviously, I'm only learning. It's only been I've only Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, I've only had 2 lessons, but again, they're very intense. So what I can do is I could probably record me doing some stunts in the ring, some bumps, some clotheslines, body slams, raw one, chain lock stuff, anything really. I might record it from my phone and then put it on YouTube from there. But yeah, so to be honest with you guys, I really have nothing else left to say for Talk on Tuesdays with Ross number 4. And all I gotta say, guys, is that thank you for ever so much for watching and listening. And I'll be back with GTA 5 very soon, and also W2K15, my career mode part 15, very soon. So all right, guys, this is Talk on Tuesdays with Ross, hashtag number 4. Take care, guys, and have a good day.